Do you know what happens when Porsche takes its most iconic car, the 911 Turbo S, and decides to reimagine it for a future that demands both raw performance and sustainable technology? The result is nothing short of breathtaking. This isn't just another car launch. This is the birth of the 2025 Porsche 911 Turbo S Hybrid, a machine so powerful, so luxurious, and so smartly engineered that it leaves even Ferrari and Lamborghini scratching their heads. And here's the catch. This isn't built only for Germany or Europe. This beast is designed with the global supercar audience in mind. The highways of America, the luxury streets of Dubai, the racing culture of the UK, the rugged terrains of Africa, and the coastal highways of Australia and Canada. Now, before I dive into all the technical madness, let's get real for a second. Imagine you're standing in a Porsche showroom in Dubai. The glass doors open, and in rolls this metallic beast, wider, sharper, and meaner than anything you've seen before. The sound? Not just an engine roar, but something new, something layered. A perfect mix of an electric hum with the signature Porsche growl. That sound alone will send goosebumps down your spine. And if you're a lifelong Porsche lover in the USA, this moment feels like Porsche just gave you a glimpse of the future without erasing the past. Beyond just beauty. Every Porsche looks beautiful, but the 2025 Turbo S Hybrid, it looks alive. The front fascia is sharper, the headlights slimmer but more aggressive, and the aerodynamics scream performance. Unlike the usual subtle Porsche curves, this one looks like it was carved out of a wind tunnel designed for the future. But here's a human detail you won't find in other reviews. When you stand next to this car, the reflections on its body panels actually make you feel smaller, like it's towering over you. It's not a car you just look at, it's a car that stares back. Now imagine cruising this on Sheikh Zayed Road in Dubai at midnight, the city lights bouncing off the glass and metallic paint. Or picture yourself on the open Australian highways where the golden sun sets behind you, and this car becomes a moving sculpture. That's the kind of presence the Turbo S Hybrid brings to every corner of the world. Numbers with a soul. Let's talk performance, but let's not make it boring, because Porsche has done something here that feels like science fiction. Over 700 horsepower, that's the headline number, but it's the way that power is delivered that blows your mind. The hybrid system adds instant torque, giving you rocket-like acceleration. We're talking 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 2 seconds. And while many cars chase numbers, this Porsche makes you feel those numbers. Think about it. You're on a Canadian racetrack in Montreal, helmet on, adrenaline pumping. You press the throttle, and the car doesn't just move, it launches. Your chest sinks into the seat, your hands grip the wheel tighter, and for those few seconds, you're not in control. The car is. And yet, Porsche has tuned this hybrid system so perfectly that you never feel disconnected. It's still your car, your drive, your story. More than just green. Here's something no one tells you. Porsche didn't just slap batteries on this car to call it a hybrid. They've engineered it in a way that keeps the soul of the 911 alive. The electric motors aren't there just for efficiency. They're there to enhance performance. They kick in when you need that extra push, when you're about to overtake on a Dubai highway, or when you're slicing through the curvy mountain roads of Switzerland on a Euro trip. But here's the emotional twist. When you're driving in silence, purely on electric mode, you suddenly hear things you never noticed before. The faint sound of tires rolling on asphalt, the wind brushing past, even your own heartbeat when you're alone on an empty African road at dawn. That's not just driving, that's connection, why the world cares. And this is where Porsche is smarter than anyone else. They know this isn't just a car for Germany. This is a car that has to conquer cultures. In the USA, it's about speed and freedom. In Dubai, it's about luxury and dominance. In the UK, it's about heritage and pride. In Australia, it's about adventure. In Africa, it's about durability and presence. Porsche designed the Turbo S Hybrid to be a global chameleon, fitting into every culture while standing out everywhere. Step inside the 2025 Porsche 911 Turbo S Hybrid, and it feels like stepping into a private jet cockpit, not a car. The first thing you notice is the steering wheel, thick, leather wrapped with golden stitching that feels warm to the touch. The digital cluster doesn't just show numbers, it glows with personality, speed, power delivery, hybrid battery status, even how the torque is split between electric and gas. Every inch whispers Porsche's obsession with detail. But let's humanize it for a second. Imagine you're in London on a rainy evening, slipping into the driver's seat. The soft ambient lighting in the cabin changes to a calming golden glow, and the smell of premium leather instantly makes you feel at home. In that moment, you don't feel like you're sitting in a $250,000 car. You feel like the car was designed just for you. The seats? Oh, they're not just seats. They're sculpted thrones. You sink in, but they hold you tight, reminding you this is a car that can hit 200 miles per hour if you dare. And the best part, even in silence, running only on electric mode, you still feel the pulse of Porsche, hidden under the surface, waiting to be unleashed. Now, picture this. You're on the highways of California. The Pacific Ocean is on your left, the sun dipping below the horizon, and you floor the Turbo S Hybrid. Instantly, the car leaps forward, the mix of electric torque and twin turbo power pinning you to the seat. It's not just fast, it's terrifyingly fast. You laugh out loud, not because you plan to, but because the car shocks your system so hard, your body reacts. That's Porsche magic. Shift the scene to Dubai. It's midnight on Sheikh Zayed Road. The skyscrapers glow, Lamborghinis and Ferraris line the street. But when the Porsche 911 Turbo S Hybrid slides by, gray with golden accents, people turn their heads. Why? Because unlike other supercars, this Porsche doesn't scream. It whispers, confidence. You accelerate, and the electric motor adds a ghostly hum to the growl of the engine. In Dubai, it's not just about speed, it's about presence. And this car owns the night, heritage and prestige. Drive into the UK, where heritage means everything. The narrow roads of the countryside, the rich history of motorsport. And here you are in a Porsche that balances future and past. In hybrid mode, you glide silently past old stone cottages. Switch to sport mode, and suddenly, the car reminds everyone why Porsche is a legend. You nod to yourself. This isn't just a car, it's a bridge between generations. Now, let's get raw. Imagine driving through Africa. Long, open stretches of road, the sun blazing, the horizon endless. The Turbo S Hybrid doesn't flinch. Its adaptive suspension eats up imperfections, while the hybrid system ensures you always have torque, even in the most unpredictable conditions. Here, it's not about showing off, it's about survival with style. You realize Porsche didn't just build a luxury toy, they built a machine that can handle the extremes. Adventure meets precision. In Australia, you're hugging coastal curves. The car feels glued to the asphalt, every turn precise, every movement like a dance partner who knows your steps. In Canada, snow-capped mountains rise around you, and thanks to all-wheel drive and instant hybrid torque, you feel in control even when the roads challenge you. You whisper to yourself, this is why people call Porsche engineering poetry. Hybrid tech secrets. Nobody talks about Porsche officially calls it a hybrid supercar. But this is not your everyday Prius-style hybrid. Nah, this is Porsche-level wizardry. The electric motor doesn't just save fuel. It acts like a hidden booster rocket strapped under your seat. When you press the throttle, the electric torque punches instantly, filling that tiny millisecond gap where turbochargers usually lag. This means zero hesitation, zero delay, just pure violent acceleration. Most people reviewing it just say, it's fast. But here's the truth. It feels unnatural. Your brain can't keep up with what your body experiences. It's like gravity bends for a second and pushes you forward. Now, here's a detail nobody covers, the battery placement. Porsche engineers tucked the hybrid battery low in the chassis, not for range, but to balance weight distribution. That's why even though this beast weighs more than older 911s, it corners like it's glued to the road. Imagine a sumo wrestler who moves like a ballerina. That's this car. The sound design. Engine meets symphony. Close your eyes. You're sitting at a stoplight in New York late at night. The street is quiet. You switch to electric mode. The car hums softly, futuristic but mysterious. People outside don't even notice. It's stealth wealth. Then you tap Sport Plus. The engine roars awake, but not the way you expect. Porsche tuned the sound so the electric motor's whine blends with the turbocharged flat six growl. It doesn't sound like any car you've ever heard. It's like a beast growling while electricity crackles in the background. Goosebumps. But here's the insider detail. Porsche used acoustic resonators hidden in the exhaust to make sure the sound hits different frequencies your ear naturally finds exciting. That's why, when you accelerate, your heartbeat syncs with the engine note. No one tells you this, but Porsche literally designs emotions through sound. Driver's perspective, the human body test. Picture yourself gripping the steering wheel in Dubai at midnight. The road is wide, empty, you floor it, your head slams back, your chest feels compressed, your hands tighten without you telling them to. For a split second, your brain says, this can't be real. The G-force is so strong that your vision slightly narrows. You laugh, loudly, because you don't know how else to process it. That's the raw honesty of Porsche driving. The car doesn't just move your body, it rearranges your emotions. Now shift to the UK countryside, curvy, wet roads. You're not chasing speed here, you're chasing precision. The steering feels alive, like it's talking to your fingertips. The hybrid power quietly adjusts torque between wheels, and suddenly, you're dancing with the road. You whisper, this car knows me. The passenger's perspective, a roller coaster of luxury. Most reviews forget the passenger experience. Let's fix that. Imagine sitting shotgun in Canada, snow outside, heater on, leather seat hugging you. The driver floors it, and you feel your stomach drop like a roller coaster. Your instinct is to grab the handle, but you don't. Why? Because deep down you trust this car. And then, when the driver switches to full electric mode through the city, it's silent, almost too silent. You look out the window at people walking by, and none of them know you're inside one of the fastest cars in the world. That's luxury. The power to be loud when you want and invisible when you choose. What media doesn't tell you. Here's the real juice, the details most channels skip. 1. Hybrid cooling system. Porsche uses 2 separate cooling loops, one for the engine, one for the hybrid battery. Why? Because during track runs, both systems hit extreme temps. Most hybrids compromise, Porsche doesn't. 2. Launch control madness. In launch mode, the car preloads the electric motor and turbos together. That means when you launch, there's no ramp up. It's instant explosion. Reviewers say it's quick. Number. It feels like being teleported. 3. Psychological effect. The car changes how you think. You stop comparing it to other supercars and start comparing it to experiences. Skydiving, roller coasters, flying first class. Porsche didn't just build a car, they built an emotional drug. 4. Everyday duality. In electric-only mode, you can creep through Los Angeles traffic silently, like a luxury EV. 5 minutes later, you're blasting at 200 miles per hour on an open desert road. No car in the world balances this duality so perfectly. Why the world cares. Cars aren't just machines anymore. They're cultural statements. In the USA, owning a Porsche 911 Turbo S hybrid is like saying, I've made it. I beat the system. I live fast. I live free. Americans see it as the modern-day muscle car, but reborn with European finesse. In the UK, it's different. Brits respect engineering. They whisper about the hybrid tech at pubs. Owning one there is about subtle power. Not showing off, but letting the car speak in moments when silence isn't enough. Move to the Middle East, Dubai, Saudi Arabia, Qatar. Here, the Porsche 911 Turbo S hybrid is worshipped. Billionaires already have Ferraris and Lamborghinis. But this Porsche, it's a statement of taste. It says, I don't just buy fast cars, I buy the future. Imagine it roaring across Sheikh Zayed Road at midnight, skyscrapers glowing, desert air rushing past. That's poetry in steel. In Africa, it's inspiration. You might not see many, but the ones who do, business moguls, young dreamers, view it as proof that success can be tangible. It's motivation on four wheels. And in Australia, it's freedom. Long coastal highways, hybrid boost on empty stretches, kangaroos on the side. It's the ultimate grand tourer for explorers. Porsche versus Ferrari versus Lamborghini. The real secret. Here's something most car reviewers don't admit. Ferrari is passion. Lamborghini is madness. But Porsche is intelligence wrapped in adrenaline. Ferrari screams, Lamborghini shouts, but Porsche whispers. And somehow, that whisper hits harder than any roar. It's not about being the loudest in the room. It's about being the smartest, the most timeless. That's why collectors will tell you, Lambos come and go, Ferraris shine in waves, but Porsche 911s, they become legends. The Turbo S hybrid isn't just another car. It's the car that will be remembered as the turning point when supercars became future-proof. Why Middle East billionaires can't resist. Here's the psychological game. In Dubai or Riyadh, luxury is normal. Bugattis, Rolls-Royces, Lambos, they're everywhere. But when someone pulls up in a Porsche 911 Turbo S hybrid, people notice because it's different. It's not loud wealth, it's intelligent wealth. Billionaires love exclusivity, but even more than that, they love respect. And the respect this Porsche commands, priceless. Let's be honest, most of us will never own this car, and that's okay because dreams are free. Watching it, talking about it, imagining ourselves behind the wheel, that's part of the thrill. Think about it. Late at night, scrolling through YouTube, you see it. That golden glow of headlights, the silhouette of perfection. You close your eyes and imagine the wheel in your hands, the speed in your veins. That moment. That's why this car matters. So here's the question. If you had the chance even for one day to sit inside the 2025 Porsche 911 Turbo S hybrid, would you take it? Would you let this masterpiece of engineering change the way you see cars forever? Tell me in the comments below. Yes or no? Would you drive it? And if this journey made your heart race even once, then you belong here with us at Torque Nation. Hit that subscribe button because here we don't just talk about cars. We talk about dreams, adrenaline, and the future of speed. Buckle up because this ride is only just beginning.